Early settlements. The area now known as Benin was settled as early as 2000 BC by small farming and fishing communities. By 500 BC, the region saw the emergence of iron-working cultures like the Nok culture, which influenced later societies. The Kingdom of Dahomey. The Kingdom of Dahomey, established in the 17th century, became the dominant political entity in the region. Dahomey was known for its centralized government, strong military, and its elite Goji female warriors, who inspired the fictional Dora Milaje in Marvel's Black Panther. The kingdom grew wealthy through trade, particularly by participating in the transatlantic slave trade, exchanging slaves for firearms and European goods. Cultural and religious practices. Vodun voodoo originated in this region and remains a significant cultural and religious practice. The kingdom's rulers were deeply spiritual and conducted elaborate rituals to honor ancestors and deities. Colonial era. European contact. Portuguese traders arrived in the 15th century, followed by other Europeans such as the French and British. The region became a major hub for the transatlantic slave trade, earning the nickname Slave Coast. French colonization. By the late 19th century, France sought control over Dahomey as part of its colonial ambitions in West Africa. In 1894, after several wars between the French and Dahomey, the kingdom was annexed and became part of French West Africa. The French suppressed local customs, including vodun, and established a colonial economy based on cash crops like palm oil and cotton. Post-independence. Independence movement. Benin, then known as Dahomey, gained independence from France on August 1st, 1960. The early years of independence were marked by political instability, with frequent coups and regime changes. Marxist-Leninist period. In 1972, Major Matthew Caracas seized power and declared Benin a Marxist-Leninist state. The country was renamed the People's Republic of Benin in 1975, and socialist policies were implemented. Democratic transition. By the late 1980s, economic difficulties and social unrest led to the abandonment of socialism. In 1990, a new constitution was adopted and the country transitioned to democracy. Modern Benin. Political stability. Benin is considered one of Africa's most stable democracies. It has had peaceful transfers of power since the 1990s. Economy. The economy is based on agriculture, particularly the cultivation of cotton, as well as trade and services. Benin is part of the West African Economic and Monetary Union WEMU and uses the CFA franc. Culture. Traditional practices like Vodun coexist with Christianity and Islam. Festivals like the annual Vodun Day celebrate the nation's cultural heritage. Tourism. Sites like the Royal Palaces of Abumi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and Ouida, a key location in the transatlantic slave trade, attract visitors interested in Benin's history.